What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another breakdown looking at 2015-16 offensive previews. We're going to look at the Utah Jazz. The Jazz are an interesting team from an offensive standpoint. They were elite defensively late last year, and the offense is good but not great. Good sets but not always run to perfection. Spacing can be an issue at times. So it's just an interesting mix of players and sets that they run. And we're going to look at some of them now. Watch the Jazz offensively. The first thing you'll notice is Spurs motion. Motion strong, motion weak, down one, two-man game at the elbow. You'll notice all that stuff. Here is a pretty common action, especially over in Europe in FIBA, where you see it's kind of like horns. One of the bigs exits out to the wing, kind of like off the other big, kind of like a brush screen, or just kind of cuts up to the wing. Point guard passes him the ball, and they can do a lot of things out of it. Sometimes he gets a pass right back, right into a ball screen from the big. Sometimes the other big just turns into a ball screen with no pass to the wing. Here you'll see a pin down into a dribble handoff, or a dribble handoff into a ball screen for Gordon Hayward. They like to get him on the handoff on the run, trying to take advantage of a mismatch.
El beat de producer.
We'll take a look at a couple of horn sets that the Jazz run that last year, and they'll probably continue to run this year. First is a horn screen-to-screener action. It's pretty good action where you have the wing diving in, setting a cross screen, coming off a down screen, but the other wing is coming off a dribble handoff at the same time. So you get some misdirection, some action before the screen-to-screener happens. I like this set. It was one of my favorite sets last year the Jazz ran. The next set is a down screen into a dribble handoff. Again, a common FIBA action, common action over in Europe. You'll see pass goes to the elbow, opposite big dives down, kind of like Horns dive if you've ever seen that on my channel before, and sets a screen for Gordon Hayward in the corner, who's going to cut in, cut off the screen, sprint up to the middle of the floor, receive a dribble handoff from the big at the elbow or in the middle of the key, and look to attack quickly out of it. This is one of my favorite sets from last year. It's a mid-post handoff set that is run in multiple different ways. So what you'll see more often than not is the big receive the ball in the mid-post on the right side of the floor if you're looking at the basket, left side if you're looking from like a player perspective. So you get the ball in the mid-post, then it's either the opposite big can set a down screen for Gordon Hayward to come off that into a dribble handoff on the wing, look to attack quickly. But more often than not, Gordon Hayward would look to set a back screen on the point guard who passed the ball to the big in the mid post and then come off a dribble handoff quickly. So it's kind of like freeze action where it's almost like a fake screen, fake back screen, and then slips out early into a dribble handoff. Next is the Utah Jazz Sideline Out of Bounds series. Not a lot of teams have a series, a sideline out of bounds that is this good and this good action. Most teams run zipper, zipper pick and roll, zipper pin down out of sideline out of bounds just to get easier entry. The Jazz run screen the screener, screen into a dribble handoff, and then they run a reversal into a double ball screen. Very good action. You'll see it, and they start off in a line and they all split to their respective areas. Big pops up to the top of the key, receives the inbound pass. The inbounder receives a shuffle or slice screen. Then it's a screen-to-screener action for the point guard. In most cases, it's Trey Burke, which is good because they ran this a lot at Michigan. If you see my shuffle series from Sean Beeline video on here. That's going to do it for my Utah Jazz preview. The Jazz will run good stuff and have some great Spurs motion, have some good half-court sets, good sideline out of bounds, good baseline out of bounds. Hopefully they can make some noise in the West this year, rely on some of their defensive strengths to carry them offensively at times too, because at times they can get stagnant. With the Spurs motion stuff, it isn't always perfect for every other team that's not the Spurs, because they don't have the Spurs personnel and comfortability that they do. So we'll see what the Jazz do with that and how they can kind of make their offense work with their elite defense. If you guys got any questions, hit me up on Twitter at HalfCourtHoops. Drop a comment on here. Let me know what you think. Thanks.